I was.
Talk about projection.
Eric, you see a lot of startup activity and a lot of emerging companies, and picking the right law firm is very critical, isn't it?
It is, and it's amazing to us how often entrepreneurs, particularly startup businesses, find themselves choosing the wrong law firm to handle their matters. And I think that has to do with the way small business goes about finding law firms. They often do it on a referral from a friend or have a family member that's a part of a firm, and before they know it, they're knee-deep in working with that firm, only to receive an invoice at the end of a month or so for an amount they couldn't possibly imagine in their wildest dreams. And they often get great work, but it's outside of their price range, and it can be a real problem for them.
And then can you also get a GP that's not a specialist in the areas that you need as well?
You can get a GP, but I mean, I actually believe that the best way to go about it is to find a seasoned pro, somebody who has in-depth experience in a particular area, but who is sized right for your particular business.
I think that's so important, Eric, because again, if you don't have experience at what you're doing, then you're paying that person to learn to do the job for you, and that's very inefficient. And number two, if you're used to working in a different category, you've got to go learn that category. So you're saying sizing is also, so experience and sizing, I agree with you 100%.
Size matters.
So it's really important for the client to manage the invoice too by doing the right hire up front.
You're absolutely right. There's some homework involved, and what's amazing is, you go back, 15 years ago when my daughter, or 17 years ago when my daughter was born, and there was no internet. You know how you found, you had to do it on word of mouth and rep, which was worked for a couple of 100 years. It was a terrific way to find a source. But today, you can truly find the right size firm that can manage the matter that you have with expertise, as you point out, but at the same time has a fee structure and a rate that you can afford. And there are no shortage. Parker Scheer works with a ton of startup businesses, very mindful of what they can afford at each stage of their growth. And it's that reason they've stayed with us for so many years.
Well, if you